Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. It's good to see you. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I hope you all having a good week. Those of you who I saw yesterday, good to see you again. We have Gabriel with us here today. How's it going, Gabriel?
Hey guys, I'm good. Counting the days for our break.
Yeah, it's not long now. It's not long now. We finish
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
We finish up on Friday, and then we're off for Christmas. So, yeah, I see people are like, yeah, I already love the sketch. Yeah, the sketch so far is amazing. So, the original plan that me and Gabriel pitched was to do some kind of festive monster or something, some winter monster, but Gabriel came in today and gave me a last minute surprise of changing it a little bit. So,
Sorry.
hey, no, it's all good. It's all good. What? Why don't you tell us what you'll be doing today?
Oh, I've been doing. I will do Santa suffering injuries, like an accident.
Mm,
Probably this kid will win a charcoal bag or whatever.
yeah,
Someone not going to receive any gifts this Christmas. Maybe me. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, you're the one painting
So
it.
that's the Christmas vibe, right?
Mm,
Yeah. So I'm making fun of the old guy. So probably not. I won't receive any gifts this year.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably not. Probably not.
So he deserved it. After all, he's just a capitalist. Uh, one
welcome to
capitalist icon.
welcome to the Moon Colony anti-Christmas, the anti-Christmas stream. So we've got Santa here being assaulted by a snowball. So I hope you all enjoy that. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out a bit today. As always, any questions, feel free to fire away. But otherwise, we're happy to chat about pretty much anything. So what have you been up to recently? What have you been up to recently, Gabriel?
I bought a PS5.
Oh, nice.
That's my Christmas gift for myself.
Yeah, for yourself. Very
Yeah,
important.
I bought. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've been playing the Spider-Man game.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
Yeah. The first one or the
I can
second one?
spend hours and hours. The second one.
Nice.
I can spend hours and hours just swinging in the city.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that too.
Super nice game.
It's a lot of fun.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I played the first one, I played Miles Morales, and I played the second one.
Me too.
Yeah, really good. I think the costumes in the second game were a bit more of a letdown. I don't think there were quite as many good
Lame.
costumes. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but the gameplay was good enough.
Yeah. Looks like they brief the artist like do whatever you want,
Yeah,
and we need to have a costume, whatever. So okay, I can do whatever.
yeah. I really liked the costume that I used throughout most of the game for both of the Spider-Man characters was like there's like a jazz costume that you can get. It makes them look like 1940s like jazz
With
musicians.
the head.
Yeah, with the hat. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love that one. I think it looks great on both
Yeah.
Miles and Peter at the same time. It looks so good.
I think I didn't. I didn't gain the Peter ones.
Okay.
I just got the Miles.
Okay. I can't remember how you get Peter's one then. I presumed you just got them at the same time, but I don't remember.
I don't know.
I played it on launch
Because
and that was the last
Miles
time.
has a mission that. Okay, Miles has that mission that you need to save the museum and whatever,
Yeah,
the music museum. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know what's the Peter one, but I really enjoyed the most classical costumes. You know, the
hmm
one that didn't explode the silhouette of the character because
yeah,
Spider-Man's costume is so perfect.
yeah.
So I like the one that explored that simplicity. I think it's
hmm
super nice.
Yeah, it's an iconic costume, and it's very simple. So it's nice in that simplicity. I get it.
Yeah, and I cannot use crazy costumes on the story missions
Oh yeah, yeah,
to not remove myself from the story. You know?
yeah. I
Yeah, why Miles Morales has a cat in his bag fighting against Venom? You know?
yeah. I'm the same. I didn't use the cat one. Um, but it is funny. Uh, see, Richard
Where you can
said,
see the chat here?
you should be able to see it in the
Oh, I think I
window.
found.
Yeah,
Oh, now I'm fine. Okay.
yeah. Um, yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, Richard said that they were thinking about getting a PlayStation for Spider-Man as well, which it's definitely one of the best games on the console for sure. I got a PS5 just because I didn't have a PS4,
Yeah,
so
it's super fun.
I missed out on a lot of
Mm-hmm.
games through that.
Yeah, right now it's the PlayStation birthday, right?
Yeah,
This month,
yeah,
30 years birthday, and I realized I had all the PlayStations since
yeah.
the squarish
Wow.
PlayStation, the first one, you know?
Yeah, yeah, the PS1.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Yeah, because there is the PS1 that is the slim version,
yeah.
and there's the PlayStation, the
hmm
squarish one. I had the squarish one.
Yeah.
I felt so old. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the square looking PlayStation, and then I got
Mhm.
the chunky PlayStation 2 because the PlayStation 2 originally was really thick, and then they
Yeah, me too.
made a really slim one. But
Hmm.
I had the chunky one, and then I got a PS3 really late. I played Xbox mostly, skipped PS4, then
Me
got
too.
PS5.
Because the here in Brazil it was always expensive to buy original games,
Yeah.
and PS2 has the option to buy alternative games.
hmm
PS1 as well, and there's the same case with Xbox One,
Yeah.
but it was so expensive to unblock the Xbox, and I was starting doesn't have much time to play,
hmm
and that's the end of my piracy life with
Yeah.
games. I start to buy originals and play the games, the whole game.
hmm Yeah, I feel that. I was very similar growing up. I pirated a lot of games, and then uh, when I got to like my middle teenage years, I was like, no, I should probably start buying these. Um, but uh, let's see. Marco says so far the best PS5 game for me is Astrobot. Yeah, I've been playing that recently. I recently picked that up, and that's really good. Uh, Even if it does feel
Yeah,
kind of like a launch
mean
title.
the price, right?
Yeah, the price is quite high, and it feels kind of like a launch title, but it is a lot of fun. Uh,
Yeah, maybe I'll play later.
yeah,
I need to play God of War
yeah. I played the
first.
first one. Yeah, I played the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. Um, because
The
that's another.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok. Yeah, that's another one where the price is just like a bit, a bit too high for me right now.
Yeah, it wasn't it was a promotion on the Black Friday, and I
Yeah.
paid half the price the digital copy, so it was
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Um, let's see. Ratchet and Clank. Oh, yeah. Ratchet and Clank is amazing. That's a great
So nice.
It's a great series, but
I
the
love Ratchet and
PS5
Clank.
entry was really good. I played so much of Ratchet and Clank as a kid. I never finished it though. I always got to the final boss and had too little ammo and then would lose. Um, but great series.
Yeah, I think I finished almost all the PS2 ones.
Hmm.
The PS3 I finished one of them. The PS4 I finished the one that has for it. And now I'm my the box of my PS5 is here. So I bought the one with Ratchet and Clank.
Oh,
So I'll play
nice.
it later.
Yeah.
This Returnal I have no idea what is it about, and
Yeah.
probably I'll try because it was for free.
Yeah. I
For
think
free, I
Returnal
think.
is a oh my god, what do they call it? A roguelike. So I think it's one of those games where if you die, you
Okay.
like restart it, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ines Marino says they played a lot of Crash Bandicoot on their like chunky PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I played a lot this game.
I grew up playing probably the least favorite Crash Bandicoot game out of all of them. So I don't know. I grew up playing Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, which is um, pretty well known to be the worst. So oh, I think you seem to have you unplugged your microphone? Yeah. Well, we'll be back at some point. I can't hear where Gabriel's gone. I think he might have unplugged his microphone. Um, but yeah, I will put us into a be right back, and we'll come back. Oh no, wait, Gabriel's here. You're back. We'll be back in a second. I'm gonna sort out what's going on with Gabriel's microphone.
Did you play?
There we
Sorry,
go.
I didn't listen.
We're back. So I was saying that I played Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, which was on the PlayStation 2, and it was
Oh, but what's the problem with that one?
I've just heard it's regarded as being like the worst one. Um, I enjoyed it as a kid, but I also was a child, so had like no taste. So maybe it was bad. Maybe
Yeah.
I had bad taste. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I don't remember to finish this one.
mm, yeah. I don't know. I never finished it either. I know that it had Mark Hamill in it. Mark Hamill voiced one of the
Really?
yeah, voiced one of the villains. That's like the one bit of trivia I have for that
Mm-hmm.
game. Um, hey, Lemon Emlyn, nice to see you. But yeah.
Yeah, about Crash Bandicoot, I bought the most recent one,
Oh yeah,
but I
yeah.
never finished it as well. It's super difficult. I was feeling so a terrible player, so
Hmm.
at the time I didn't finish it.
Well, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to go back and finish it.
Yeah.
But, people in chat, what kind of games did you play growing up on your like retro looking consoles? I'd love to know. I love finding out
Oh, I
what
played a
games
lot of
people grew up
Crash
with.
Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Vigilant 8. Have you played?
No, I haven't actually. Was it?
It's like it's like a battle with cars.
Oh, cool. Like,
There's some crazy cars with weapons and.
yeah. I played a couple games like that. I played there's Twisted Metal, I think is one. Twisted Metal was really good.
Mhm.
And another one I played was on the uh was on the PlayStation 2, which is called Cell Damage. And Cell Damage
No,
is like
no, I know this one.
it's like a battle game with all in cars, but it's all like super cartoony. So
Mhm.
like you run in your items are like a chainsaw, and your car just like gets this massive like cartoony chainsaw that just like it starts swiping around at things.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. If you have like uh, PlayStation Premium, I think, then you can play it on there, and
Mhm.
it's totally worth having a go. It's a lot of fun. Uh, Marco says the very first
Yeah.
game
What
they played would
else?
be Super Mario Bros. On the Polystation 2, but we count real ones in Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Uh, oh man, dude, Alina has some great ones. Not on console, but PC. Jazz Jackrabbit, classic. Not enough people talk about Jazz Jackrabbit. Um, Lost Vikings, Tarzan, Lion King, Hercules. Wow, a lot of the Disney ones. Captain Claw. I played Tarzan. That game on the, but I played that on the PlayStation 1, I think. Um,
Yeah, I played Tarzan in PlayStation 1. It was super nice.
yeah, yeah, it was cool. I remember, I think there was a level where you're like going down, you're like sliding down like like the vines and stuff on trees, if I
Mm-hmm.
remember right. Man, I'm really like digging into the back of my memory for that. Um, Art of Sane, we've got a question. They say, uh, hey Gabriel, quick question. Do you think it's okay to do multiple things like characters and environments and other stuff too? For the last 2 years, I've only been drawing characters, even when I have environment ideas or mech ideas. I tend to ignore them because I was told it's a bad habit. Also, basically, as an artist, is it okay to do more than just? Is it a good idea to specialize in more than one thing? So if you want to draw characters and environments,
No, I think
is
it's
that okay?
no, I think it's totally fine.
Mm,
The only thing is, it's both of the stuff you're doing are on the same level of quality.
yeah,
Like, you do equally good characters and equally good environments. If it is okay, otherwise, probably you're going to leave something out of your portfolio.
yeah, yeah. But that
But
shouldn't
you can
stop you
always.
from that shouldn't stop you from doing that for just like personal work. Like if you don't want to put it on your portfolio, then sure. But if you have ideas for
Mhm.
environments and mech ideas, then explore it. That's how you learn. So if you do eventually want to go that way, then uh, then go for it. But yeah, I think as Gabriel said, it's a lot about quality, right? It's about having the consistency.
Mhm. Yeah.
So thank you, really appreciate it. You're welcome. Um, But yeah, let me see what else was there. There was, uh, yeah, Ocarina of Time. Yeah, it's classic. Uh, not my favorite Zelda game, but definitely up there. Uh, Lost Vikings. I don't remember Lost Vikings.
I know the characters, I think, but I never played.
Yeah, was it? Is it the one where there's three? There's three of them, or am I thinking of? Is there
Yeah, yeah.
three Vikings? Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, Richard is in the chat, so he'll probably be able to answer that question as well. He says typically a studio will hire you for one role, so yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's kind of up to you really. Um, Lost Vikings was Blizzard's first game. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Because they were characters playable in Heroes of the Storm. That was it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's probably where I know them from. Um, hey Chucky, hey Ake Sake in the YouTube chat. Nice to see you. Um, which would the favorite Zelda be? My favorite Zelda is Twilight Princess. It's the best. It's the best one. Dude, this poor
I
Santa is
think the
getting
only Zelda
absolutely
I
destroyed.
finished was the what's the name? The is the one from for Switch, the first Zelda, I think.
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, you gotta try some of the other ones. They're so good.
Yeah, Nintendo 64 was super expensive here in Brazil,
Hmm.
but the games were super expensive. And when I was asking for a video game for my dad, he preferred to give me the PlayStation because it was cheapest.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then I never played yeah, I only played Nintendo 64 when I was on some friend's house.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't have an N64 growing up either. Um, the first time I played any of the Zelda N64 games was on my 3DS. Um,
Hmm.
and they were okay ways to play the games, but the 3DS has its own weird problems. Oh, that's a nice. That's a nice brush. It gives a really nice snow.
Thank you.
This poor Santa though, he's getting absolutely destroyed. I remember as a kid watching this Christmas movie called Jack Frost, and it was about a guy
Hmm.
who got turned into a snowman. Um, and he I don't remember.
There's that is the one that has a cool bunny, a rabbit, a cool Eastern rabbit.
No, no,
Is the
it's
animation?
no. It was a real it was a live action movie.
Oh,
It was
live
made in
action.
like the
Hmm.
90s, I think. It has
Hmm.
I think it had Michael Keaton in it. Uh, Alina says cursed movie. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, Severin says they remember it, but it had yeah. So Michael Keaton gets turned into a snowman. Oh, it does it. He dies. He dies and gets turned into a snowman, right? And then there's a scene in it where he joins his son in a snowball fight and is literally like absolutely bombarding these kids with snowballs, just like spinning his arms around. It's crazy. it's such a wild movie. Like, I think the whole uh I, I don't know, his dad as the snowman even went to watch him play ice hockey at one point. It was weird. It was really weird. But for some reason my
No,
mum
I don't know
needed.
this movie.
Yeah, it, it's I don't even remember if it's good or not. I just know that like my mum really enjoyed watching it when I was growing up, so I saw it a lot. Um, but I'm glad to know that I'm not the only person who knows this movie. It's good to know that there are people in chat who know it too. So I'm not totally insane. Yeah, yeah. And then at the end of the movie, he melts. And he melts and he dies. Like he dies again. Spoilers for like a 20, 30-year-old movie. But yeah, it's crazy.
But the character died. He doesn't
Yeah,
recover
yeah. No, he
and
dies.
became a
Yeah,
human again.
yeah. No, he just straight up
Oh,
dies. Yeah. Um. So this kid's this kid's dad dies in a car crash. He then gets reborn as a snowman.
oh,
He then dies again at the end of the
I
movie.
think you unlocked a memory. I think I watched that movie too.
Yeah. I,
Yeah, I think yeah, this movie exists.
yeah.
I don't remember exactly what happens, but I think I know that.
Yeah. I can. Oh God. The 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 DVD cover is the DVD cover is wild. Um. Like. I'll see if I can send it to you on something. I'll send it to you on like Google or something. Um. Yeah. It's crazy. Uh. Richard said I hated it, but my dad loved it and bought me Jack Frost themed gifts every year. What? That's that's insane. He bought you Jack Frost themed gifts every year because he liked that movie so much. That's so funny. I remember as a kid being really happy whenever I got like Lego Power Rangers, you know?
Hmm. Yeah,
uh, oh, thank you for the subscription.
yeah.
Sorry, you go ahead.
I remember I always win some Star Wars Legos.
Hmm. Man, yeah, Star Wars Lego was crazy expensive. Well, it still is.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I saw that we got a subscription a second ago, but it's not showing up in my activity feed. But thank you for the subscription, whoever it was. I can't see who did that. I'm trying to find it, but uh, thank you so much. Um, yeah, I remember one year I got a box that was it was only about this big. It was not very big at all, and it was just
Hmm.
a little Lego Power Rangers set, and it just came with like the the black, the blue, and the green Power Rangers, I think, inside it. And
Nice.
that was like
Uh-huh.
that was like the pinnacle of my Christmas that year. I was like, yeah, so what if I got like a new games console or a bike or whatever? No, it was these three Lego Power Rangers that really made it. My poor parents were probably like, we spent so much money getting him all this cool stuff, and he likes the tiny gift that probably cost like £20.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I have friend of family
Hmm.
that the guy got super rich out of nowhere.
Nice.
Like it's not not necessarily out of nowhere. Apparently, the owner of the company he worked for the past 20 years
Mm.
decided to give to let he died and leave 20% of the company for him.
Wow.
And then the guy was like, you know, those new rich that start expending money like crazy.
Mm.
Like he does a lot of crazy shit
Yeah, yeah.
and like buying fancy champagnes, trying for the first time, look that's horrible, and then drop in the
Oh,
sink. So
oh man.
he did that, and he and sometimes we spend the Christmas night with them, with his family,
Yeah.
and he always give me some expensive gifts like Star Wars Legos, you know.
Hmm.
That was nice. The guy is a douchebag, but but the gifts was nice.
I had there was a guy that I knew at university who his family his family won the lottery, and just so they
Whoa.
like overnight just became like crazy rich. But they did what a lot of
Uh-huh.
people do and just absolutely blow it all in like a year. So like
Oh god.
like they won the lottery, they quit their jobs, they like bought a nice house, they like bought all their kids like quad bikes and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
then within a year the quad bikes got stolen. uh like they went on way too many like expensive holidays, so they were just like back to living their like living their normal life.
Hmm. I love those kind of stories.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you were rich and then you blew it all and now you're back to being a normal person. uh,
Yeah.
uh Marco was like, if you if you were such a douche, why was he so rich? No rich person can be bad. True. That's a very good point. Rich people are
No,
notoriously
that.
the
Yeah.
heroes. Yeah. I mean, look at Batman.
Hmm. Yeah. Or Elon Musk.
Or yeah, 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 yeah.
Such a nice guy.
I there has been multiple times where during during one of these streams we've gone off on a big rant about how evil Batman is and how he is actually the villain of the story. Like I can't count the amount of times that has been brought up, and it's every single time is true. Um, like Scrooge at the end of the book. Yeah, exactly. All rich people are basically just like Scrooge. You know, they just at the end of the day they're gonna change their ways and save the world and give me a load of money, please, please. If you're a rich person, please give me a load of money. Uh, Severin says Batman's superpower is capitalism. It's true. Him and Santa are in cahoots.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I have a Brazilian YouTuber. The guy
Mhm.
is like a he's a teacher, uh, super academical guy who talks about comics
Sure.
and stuff. And his masters. He did a literature master, but the thesis is about Batman. And he mentioned that, yeah, that he mentioned that Batman, we cannot even call him Burgesy. Oh, what's the name? Like the
Oh,
evil capitalism.
bourgeoisie.
Like,
Yeah, like bourgeois. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because actually, Batman is like a member of aristocracy. It's like
Mm.
old money.
Yeah.
People who were is rich. His family was rich, and there's this that sense of responsibility above the poor people around it.
Yeah.
Like those guys who donate and whatever and think that they are saving the world, you know.
Hmm.
So it's another kind of douchebag,
Yeah.
but it's still a douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty funny, especially you know Bruce Wayne could single-handedly, well, could probably single-handedly solve like homelessness and like food shortages in Gotham City, but just kind of opts to beat
Yeah.
up poor people
Mhm.
who don't have any other opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is why we don't trust Bruce Wayne.
I listen to the song.
The song?
Oh no, just stop it. All right. No, that's good.
Oh,
Here in São Paulo, in Brazil, there's some houses that doesn't have uh, gas that came from the street.
oh, okay. Yeah.
So sometimes we need in some of those houses we need to
Mhm.
buy the
Oh, the canisters.
the gas
Yeah.
barrel. Yeah, and it's super traditional. There is a car like a ice cream truck, you know,
Yeah.
but selling gas. Yeah, and start playing a song, you know. So the gas truck is passing by my street.
Oh, that's so that's wild.
Yeah,
For some reason, I'm still
yeah,
imagining.
Brazilian funny facts.
Yeah, I'm still imagining like the same reaction that an ice cream van would get. So like the gas bottle van is driving down the street and like the kids are like running after it being like, "No, I want some gas. I want some gas."
Usually are old ladies or old people
Yeah.
because you know those guys that live in the same house for the past 50 years
Yeah.
and never update the gas system. Yeah, so that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, "Oh,
There's also the egg car. That's fun.
there's a
The egg car and the corn car.
you just have cars for everything. You don't need to leave your house. It's like, oh man,
No.
I really hope the egg car comes around today so I can cook breakfast."
Yeah, but I think the most traditional is the no the gas car is very, very common.
Mm.
Everyone knows the song,
Yeah.
and the corn car, because in Brazil we have a food that's called pamonha.
Okay.
It's similar for the people from Mexico with what they call tamales.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
It's like corn stuff. It's pretty
Mhm.
good, and it's super traditional to have a car selling pamonhas.
Cool.
And they did listen to the guy calling a pamonha, pamonha, pamonha.
Man.
For me, that's the most funny one.
I wish we had stuff like that. I want more cars driving around selling food. Like that sounds great. Like I'm just imagining in my
Yeah.
head like the British equivalent is like a car driving around selling fish and chips, and it's just the best thing I can possibly imagine right now.
Yeah, exactly. That would be cool.
Yeah. Uh,
Exactly, Nicholas. Oh, but
oh, there you
I
go.
remember in Sweden
Hmm.
during the whole year has the ice cream car, and I don't get it. You know, I never ate the ice cream from the car, the ice cream truck. I don't get it. Like it's cold every day, shitty
Yeah,
weather
yeah,
every
but
day,
ice cream is a
and
good
they're
snack.
selling ice cream.
Yeah, but ice cream is a good treat no matter what. Ice cream is always a good treat. Are you freezing to death in the
Yeah,
Arctic?
exactly.
Yeah, probably. But would I still have an ice cream? Absolutely. Yeah. Um, hey, Ian Mao, nice to see you. Welcome. Um, yeah. The ice cream van is a dying business in the UK. I haven't seen an ice cream van in about, I don't know, nearly 10 years, I think, which is really
Oh, that's
sad
sad.
because that's some good ice cream. I remember there was one, I think it was called a screwball or something like that, but uh it was a cone shape, like a plastic cone, and then
Mm-hmm.
you would eat the ice cream, but at the bottom of the cone was a gum ball. So there was like some chewing gum at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
but the chewing gum was terrible, and it would like you know when you're chewing gum and you've had it
Yeah.
for a while and it goes really like stiff, it would start out like that pretty much
Mm-hmm.
instantly. It was terrible, but everybody loved it, and I don't know why. I loved it too, but I couldn't tell you. It was terrible. Um,
Yeah, that's not a nice idea, right?
yeah.
Probably the chewing gum ruins the ice cream.
Well, the ice cream tasted pretty good because it was a flavor called raspberry ripple, which is for me it's like my favorite flavor. I love raspberry
Mm-hmm.
ripple ice cream. Um, so yeah, the ice cream was great. It was just the
Mm-hmm.
chewing gum, like the gum ball at the bottom, was terrible. Um, ah,
It's ice cream. It's raspberry what? What's the flavor?
Raspberry Ripple, RIPPLE.
Ripple. Okay, it's not nipple. All
No,
right.
not nipple. No, at least I hope not.
Okay.
um, yeah, it's great. It's basically vanilla ice cream. It's vanilla ice cream with like raspberry sauce, like going through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice, and because it's so cold, the raspberry sauce kind of like crystallizes a little bit, so it goes a little bit like crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Uh,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. Oh, okay. Apparently, the ice cream vans gather
Yeah.
around uni dorms. One came by every weekend when you were at uni. What? That's not fair. I didn't have that. You know, I see. Uh, I just want I want more food vans driving around. That's all I need. Where my dad works, there's like
Yeah, that's all.
a.
All.
Oh no, you go.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say where my dad works, like they have this woman who drives around and brings like she opens up the side of her like van and it's just rammed full of
Mm-hmm.
like freshly made sandwiches and like sausage rolls and like uh they're called Cornish pasties, but uh basically like a pastry with like meat inside it. Um, it's just rammed full of
Mm-hmm.
all of those, and that's great. I worked for my dad for a little while, and I had that
Yeah,
like every
that
day, and it
sounds
was
interesting.
fantastic. Yeah.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Mm. But sorry, what was it you were gonna say?
Oh, we are. Every place in the world has a lot of food trucks, but they are static. They
Yeah,
they are always in the same place. That's
yeah,
kind of sad. That's kind of weird.
yeah. That's the thing. Like, you only ever see food trucks in the UK, really. Like, if you're going to like a festival or something like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
or like a fete or a fair, something like that. But the idea of a traveling fish and chip van is calling to me. It's going to be my new business idea. uh, at least we have food deliveries. Yeah, that is true. We do have a lot of like food delivery options, but I don't know. It's not. It feels different. It feels different ordering from a food truck than it does from like getting a delivery, because it's made like there and then. We can get food without chasing down a fish and chips car. Yeah, but where's the fun in that? You gotta get you gotta get your daily exercise in to catch the food car. That's yeah.
Yeah, and at the same time here in Brazil, I don't know how the pamonha car will survive for the next years, because I don't see a lot of young people chasing the pamonha car. I, my myself, me, I think one time a year, or
Yeah.
oh, I really want a corn candy.
Yeah,
But other than that, I don't know.
man. You've got to start single-handedly supporting the Pamoya car business. You know,
Yeah,
when he drives past,
exactly.
when he drives past, you've got to stop everything you're doing to go out and get one, just to make sure that it stays in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. There, it's a nice idea to have a break, right? A
Mm.
nice reason to have a break,
Yeah,
to
that's
eat a
true.
pamonha,
Yeah. Yeah.
or simply chasing the truck.
Oh yeah, I have seen these before, but yeah, I've seen like as you said, the like Mexican uh version, tamales.
Mm. Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Hmm. It looks good though.
Actually, I don't know the difference between tamales and pamonha, so for me, it's the same thing.
Well, I only that they looked similar to me simply because they're both wrapped in like the leaves of the corn, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, but
And it tastes similar. But I don't remember, because yeah, it tastes similar. I just ate the salty tamales,
hmm.
and I think I only remember the sweet pamonhas, but but I know that in every place there's like here in Brazil we have salty pamonha as well. So I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, something I'm really sad about Brazil is that we eat a lot of corn.
Yeah.
Like we have pamonha, we have curau, that's pretty good
Hmm.
candy and sweet made of corn. But we didn't have the tortillas, the tacos.
Yeah.
Like it's not a thing here. You just eat that when you're going to a Mexican restaurant. And I love tortillas. I love tacos.
Yeah. Can you not? Can you not
Why they
just?
are not doing that?
Can you not just buy them in the store?
Yeah, you can, but they are pretty expensive. They like
Wow.
it usually is like a brand
Mm.
faking Mexican food,
Oh,
like
yeah,
oh,
sure.
imported from Mexico or whatever,
Yeah.
or a restaurant that do it in house,
Hmm.
But there's not a Brazilian brand of tortillas. It's not a thing here.
Yeah. Man, that's rough. You can get like tortillas and like taco shells and stuff like pretty cheap over here. Um, mate,
Hmm.
yeah, they're probably not like authentic at all, but they still taste pretty good. So,
Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
hmm. I can't even remember the last time I had Mexican food. there's only a few restaurants that do Mexican food around where I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been to one since I was like, I don't know, like 14. So in like over 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here in São Paulo we have some traditional Mexican restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, about the rest of Brazil, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because São Paulo has everything.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any like Brazilian
There's a,
restaurants. Oh yeah, there's a restaurant that's near me that claims to be uh like a Brazilian restaurant, but I don't believe them at all. Just because I don't
yeah, you
trust.
should try and tell me.
Yeah, yeah. It's called like Estabulo or something. It's like uh
Estábulo.
Estabulo. Yeah, yeah.
The name is? Yeah. And serve barbecue, probably.
It is. It's a grill. Yeah, it's a grill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been there, but apparently it's like an all you can eat grill. So they'll like
Mm-hmm.
come round to your table with uh they'll come around to your table with just like various meat and just be like, you want some more? Go ahead. Um,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a Brazilian barbecue, Brazilian steakhouse, what they call around the world, basically.
yeah, yeah. Um, Underseal
Yeah,
says,
that's another
sorry.
thing that. What?
No, sorry. You go ahead.
Go
You
ahead.
go. No, you go.
Oh, no, there's something I think it's kind of lame, the Brazilian steakhouse, because the Brazilian steakhouse usually is expensive, even here in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like it's not that common for us to go there,
Mm-hmm.
and and I don't know that I don't think that's the Brazilian. How can I say? The Brazilian ritual of eating barbecue, no?
Yeah.
That doesn't represent how we eat barbecue. That represents the way we eat barbecue in the restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually they are more fancy and whatever, because barbecues in Brazil is like a family Sunday when you gather everyone and there's a uncle that is doing barbecue the whole day and you eat for the whole day and you drink a lot
Yeah.
and chatting with family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's so much more interesting food from Brazil, and they only export that goddamn
The
steakhouse. I
steakhouse.
think it's
Yeah.
so lame.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's why
Yeah.
that's because I remember going past it a few times and thinking, oh, that's really cool. But then I'm like, at the same time, it's just a steakhouse. Like
Mhm.
it's just meat. Like it's gonna be different types of meat. And it's like if I'm going to a restaurant that is Brazilian, for example, like I would want to try more unique types of food, like that I can't just do on my
Mhm.
own, like on a barbecue. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Uh, uh, Let me see for a second. We've got a couple things. Underseal said in Maceo. I don't know. I'm sorry,
Maceió.
Maceo. Thank you. We have a total of zero Mexican restaurants. Yeah, that. It's crazy. Mexican food is like really popular, but it doesn't get exported quite so much, which is crazy. At least not outside of like the US, probably. Um, uh, what? Sorry, Underseal said, "Can Gabriel show us how he organizes his layers?" sure, I can move. Let me see if I
Oh,
can.
sure. My
Uh,
layers are crazy most of the time, but I can show you just a sec. Okay, so
oh,
that time I tried to make it simple. I just have my base colors are here on overlay
yeah.
over medium. How can I say medium value
Mm-hmm.
layer, like, and I put the overlay layer with the colors. I have some shadow layer now,
Mm-hmm.
and I always leave the stuff that is like foreshortening or overlapping something big on a separate group, so it's easier to manipulate if I need.
Yep.
And it's easier also to paint behind it, to not having to cut and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave this separated. Like I apply the shadows here, and I can simply, like, for example, I can duplicate it and leave this attached to the hand, and the other one attached to the body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. And that's the character. Like the background here, I can blend this. I have just the sky
Yep.
or
Like
the
a
blue
gradient.
background.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the small uh, snowflakes to give more that sense of scale that is super snowy day. And the background snowballs. And I always leave like small stuff here that's not necessarily snowballs, but snowflakes on the
Yeah.
front, bigger than the background ones,
Mm-hmm.
and the bigger snowballs in the foreground.
Nice.
And my shadow layers are on multiply. And now I'll start adding, like, my sketch was on a multiply layer. I smudged it a lot, and that reddish tone here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using the same layer of my sketch to add the occlusion shadows.
Sure.
And that's pretty much it. And now I'm going to apply the occlusion shadows on the drawing. That is
Nice.
it.
Yeah. And yeah, you've isolated or you've masked the character as well, haven't you? So it's like in
Oh,
that
yeah.
group. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. So let's put you back there. Cool. Thank you so much. Margot says a few nights ago I had a dream of acting Jaden. Firstly, you thought I was an English teacher. He had a group of students, but then it turned out he was teaching he was teaching cooking fish dishes. Man, that's a wild dream to have. I'd love to have seen the transition between English teacher and uh fish chef. Um, uh, Richard asks, "What are the best Brazilian foods?" Good question.
Feijoada is like a stew made of beans with
Hmm.
pork meat. It's similar to the French cassoulet,
Hmm.
but it's way better. In the northeast of Brazil, we have a lot of seafood dishes, like acarajé. It's
Hmm.
like a bean fried cake with a lot of like shrimp cream and
Oh, cool.
a lot of good stuff inside.
Mm.
Let me type it for you guys to take a look on Google later.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, uh, uh, there's muqueca. It is fish stew with a specific olive oil. It's not olive oil, it's dendê oil. Oil.
Okay.
It's like a different kind of nuts here from
Mm.
Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Pirão is super good. Pirão is made of fish. We have the pastel. The pastel is like the evolution of gyoza, you know?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love gyoza.
You know, yeah, because yeah, pastel it was created by Japanese colonies here, but
Mm-hmm.
they are bigger, full of stuff. You can there's every flavor you want it.
Yeah.
It's fried, and they usually sell it on street fairs.
Oh, cool. Oh, man, that sounds so good.
There's a bunch of stuff. The Brazilian cuisine it's super broad
Mm.
because the country is ultra big and every region has some different stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Like, for example, in Minas Gerais, that is a state up north,
Mm-hmm.
has a lot of hearty food like bean stews with polenta or chicken. So it's super good. We love torresmo, like it's like a pork belly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the south is the place of the barbecues,
Mm-hmm.
and northeast is the place of the seafood. The north is the place of different fruits and lake fishes and um, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's super different. Like you can travel to Brazil just eating different food, you know?
That's cool. Well, yeah, because I mean, like Brazil is like the size of half of Europe, so yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I gotta try some of that. Some of it, like it sounds so good. Um, Kathy says I tried one with duck that they told me was super traditional, but I don't remember the name. Oh no, she's got it. Oh god, this is gonna be weird to pronounce. Pato no, pato no, tucupi.
Pato no tucupi.
Yeah,
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 this is from the north. I never tried it. I know it's super traditional, but I never tried.
yeah. Was it good, Kathy? Was it tasty? Because I feel like traditional foods either go one of two ways. They're like traditional because they're really tasty, or they're traditional because it's like we've always made this, so we're gonna keep making it. Apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was bad. So there we go. I almost died. It was super strong. What? Let me. Pato. I need to
Yeah,
look
I
this
never
up.
tried this as well.
Oh, it's like boiled. So it's boiled duck in whatever tupuchi is.
Tupuchi.
It looks.
All right.
It looks like some kind of soup.
Yeah. Yeah, and you usually eat that in a super hot place.
Oh, right. Man, that's because they
Yeah,
use
they
super
have
strong things.
really strong ingredients like peppers and stuff.
Right. Oh, is it like spicy?
As well.
Ah, okay. Crazy. Uh, Pilau is amazing, especially the meat one. Don't know what that one is. Saying that as if I knew what any of these are. I don't know what any of them are. They all look really good though. Maybe not the duck one. The duck one looks kind of
Yeah.
gross, but
Have you checked the pastel?
I did. Yeah, I did look at the pastel, and that looks really cool. It weirdly looks kind of like hold on, let me double check that it is the right one. Yeah, it kind of looks looks like a McDonald's apple pie.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it looks great. I mean, I if you say it's like an evolution on gyoza, so I'm in. I'm down. I just saw that there's also there's like an Argentinian. Oh no. Oh wait, is that Argentinian? No, no, it's Portuguese. Never mind. There's like a Portuguese dessert called a pastel de nata, which is
Hmm.
which is really good. In the UK we just call them egg, like
Yeah, it's super good.
egg custard. But oh, it's so good.
Hmm. It's super good.
Mm, man, I'm getting hungry. You have egg tarts too in Hong Kong. So good. Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I find a lot of our like English traditional like English dishes are just kind of boring. It's a lot of like it's a lot of like meat, vegetables, and gravy, and that is our that's our traditional food right there.
Yeah, I remember really enjoying the shepherd's pie
Oh yeah, shepherd's pie is good. Mm.
and pub pies.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I think the UK we do make a really good pie. Like a uh,
Hmm.
one of my favorite foods is a chicken pie. Oh man, that's so good. Chicken pie with
Yeah, it's good.
like a white gravy on it. Oh man, it's so good. Uh, Mundo Blitz says this is so awesome. Yeah, it's looking really cool.
Thank you.
What if you put a reindeer in the background laughing at Santa?
Yeah, I can do
There's not a lot of room, but maybe.
it. Yeah.
Poor dude. I love how Santa is he's kind of stepped up his fashion game. It looks like he's wearing
Yeah, of course.
he's wearing like sportswear now for his competitive snowball fight. Canon Christmas tracksuit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I just remembered one of my like favorite snacks that we have over here is it's called a Scotch egg, and it's basically like a it's a boiled egg that's wrapped in sausage meat, and then it has breadcrumbs put on the
Hmm.
outside of it, and then you bake it or you can like deep fry it. But oh man, that's so good.
Yeah, it's good. Here in Brazil, we have something similar. I think it's the
Mm.
same thing. It's called bolovo. The
Okay.
translating for that is basically cake of egg,
Oh
but it
yeah,
has
it is.
everything
Yeah,
together, like cake egg.
yeah. I just looked it up. It's the same thing. Yeah, man. It's so good. It's so good. I remember having them a lot as a kid.
Yeah, but here in Brazil nowadays in São Paulo, there's a I don't know a trend
Mm.
of gourmet bolovos, like with different kind of meats and whatever. But usually the bolovo doesn't have a nice. Everyone who mentioned bolovo like they're mentioned like some junky food, something you go to the to a boteco, to a very
Yeah,
trashy pub,
yeah.
and give me that one, and you'll probably be on the toilet for the rest of the day.
Oh
but
man.
the gourmet one is pretty good.
Oh man. I would.
Yeah,
I
you
would.
never know where, if you're not going to the gourmet one, you never know what's the safest one for you to try.
Man, I would love to. I'd love to try different types of Scotch egg. That sounds so good. Yeah, with like different meats or like different spices, like herbs in it or something. That would be good.
Hmm. Like I regret when I visited Scotland,
Mm.
I was afraid to try haggis.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had haggis once, and I wasn't I wasn't a huge fan. Um, I didn't really like the texture of it, but also just the thought of what was in
Mhm.
it. The thought of what was in it made me not really want to eat it.
Yeah,
um,
it's totally comprehensible. But I think nowadays, I'll probably, if I had a chance, I would try.
yeah, I think
I
it's.
remember when I was there in Edinburgh,
Mm,
I wasn't. I needed to try the full Scottish breakfast, but I went to the vegetarian one because it has the eggs.
yeah, I don't really know what's the difference between a Scottish breakfast and a. Oh, okay, a Scottish breakfast does have haggis. Yeah, okay, interesting. I don't know. I'll take it. I'd prefer an English breakfast, honestly, to a Scottish one. But the only thing that so as I say, I've tried haggis, and I'm like, I'm glad I tried it. Um, but
Hmm.
the one thing that I'm probably not ever gonna try is black pudding, because black pudding is literally just blood. Like that is all it is basically.
Hmm.
And I just can't imagine eating that.
It's like the morcilla from Spain.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like you're mixing animal blood with uh with the fat of the animal and then like oats. And I don't that does not sound appealing to me
Hmm.
at all.
Yeah.
Um uh Monoblitz says I'm starting a 2D game with art based on Hollow Knight. Oh, that sounds cool. And I want to show it to the community, but I'm embarrassed. Do you have any tips on how to get around it? Um, I don't know. Do you have any tips on how to get over like a bit of anxiety or embarrassment from sharing your work? Or I tend to just think it's better to just jump
Right.
in.
No, go ahead.
It's like I just think it's better normally
Yeah, me
to
too.
like, yeah. It's like ripping off a band-aid. Like if you want to share something, like you don't need to be embarrassed about it. Um, it's something that if it's something you've put a lot of time and effort into, be proud, share it. What's the worst that can happen, right? Um, it's if it depends as well. Like if whatever community you're sharing it in, if it's ours, then we have a great community, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, who are really supportive. So you know, I don't, I can't see anything. I can't see anything bad happening. So I say jump in, but I know it's a big step to take. When I first started, so when I first started like making games and I had to do like presentations for them and stuff, that was super embarrassing because you're like, I don't know if people are gonna like this or if they're gonna think it's boring or what. But you get used to it, and you realize that you if you're making a game, you're gonna have to show it to someone at some point. So better to just get it out there.
Yeah, I agree. The same thing with the art, right? So
Mm,
if you want to work with that, you need to show your work. So
yeah.
even to know if it's bad, you know,
Well, yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe what you're doing is not that good, and you just need to move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, yeah. I can't even imagine I can't the amount of times I started working on like a game and then found out it was terrible and then had to start again with a different idea was countless. But I'm glad I did it. It saves you a lot of time in the long run. What are your plans for Christmas, Gabriel? You planning on going anywhere?
No, actually, I will stay in my mom's house.
Cool.
We are going to do some dinner,
Nice.
and during the 24 to 25.
Mm-hmm.
And on 25, we are going to my Carol's grandma house,
Oh,
my wife.
nice.
And that's pretty much it. Just family stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. I mean, I do stuff. I do very similar things on Christmas. Like I go to my grandparents every year, and on Christmas Eve, so like the 24th, uh,
Hmm.
we always get a Chinese takeaway. We get like Chinese food on the 24th every year.
Really? That's nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite a common thing to do over here. Weirdly enough, like on the
Mm.
the day before Christmas to have Chinese food. Um, it's really strange.
But if you guys are happy, you can
Oh
do
yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like this year, my mom always complain about Christmas. I think every mom does. I don't know. At least every mom in Brazil. Oh, I need to do everything. No
Yeah.
one do nothing.
Yeah.
It's always me that needs to take care of those things here. No one cares about it or whatever.
But as soon as someone else
And
tries to do it,
then,
like as soon as anyone else
yeah,
tries to do
exactly.
it, they're like, "No, you're doing it wrong." It's okay. Fine.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then, oh, since my mom was kind of sad about it, I just called her. Oh, come to my house. We can cook some finger foods and
Yeah.
whatever, and we just keep chatting, drinking, and eating finger foods.
Hmm.
But then she already decided. Oh no, oh we can do finger foods, but we need to have a big plate, right? We need to have a rice and stuff. All right, you decided already. So okay, do whatever you want.
Yeah. My grandparents are are like that. So my grandma like loves cooking for people. She absolutely loves she loves just
Hmm.
making loads of food. Um, and
Yeah,
so every
that's nice.
year she's like, "Oh man, I feel like I have to prepare for Christmas like 2 weeks in advance." And it's like, no, like, no, you don't have to. You just choose to, and if anyone tells you not to, then you get really upset about
Yeah,
it. Like,
exactly,
yeah, I think they
exactly.
as much as they complain about it, it's part of their like tradition. So they enjoy it in their own way, I think. Um,
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, going back to showing off your game and your art. Lemon Emlyn, sorry, says, "True. Sometimes you need to know if something you made is bad, so you can understand why and how to fix it. It's painful sometimes, but it helps in the long run." Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying your game is bad, of course. Yeah, yeah, your game could be amazing. Uh, but just don't worry about the bad feedback so much. Exactly. Even bad feedback is, even negative feedback is feedback. So it can be tough, but I promise you, it'll feel a lot better once you do it. Lemon, 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 lemon. Yeah, exactly. Lemon, 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 lemon. Normally, I'm really good at saying your name pretty quick, but it tripped me up. And we've only got two streams left until the end of the year. We've got a stream tomorrow and a stream on Thursday, and then we're done. We're done until 2025.
Who would be the ones
So
who
tomorrow
will be on stream?
tomorrow is actually currently tomorrow is just me. We're doing a like community draw together stream, so I'll set up a magma board tomorrow and we'll do some like some little Christmas doodles for an hour or so. And then on Thursday we have I've scheduled in Antoine, so Antoine should be back on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, we don't have one on Friday, and then we're free. We're free to do what we want to do. But yeah, I do hope everyone had a fun year of our streams this year. We've done quite a lot. It's funny with this Santa because whilst it does look like he's falling backwards after getting hit in the face with a snowball. I also kind of imagine, like, I'm in my head I'm also picturing him at like a rock concert or something, and he's like, "Are you ready to rock?" And then someone throws a shoe at his head or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like, it's the way that his arms are.
Yeah. Not a good day for Santa.
It really isn't. It really
In
isn't.
any case.
Yeah, poor fella. He'll have earned all of his like milk and cookies over Christmas.
Yeah.
The last few days of the year are always so long. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can be. That's why it's important to try and keep yourself busy, and the time goes quicker. Like if you need something to do, I put out our last weekly warm up prompt on the Discord this week. Well, I say the last one for this year. So if you're looking for something to do, for a little quick bit of art to make, then go and check that out. The prompt was like a gingerbread Christmas, which I think is really cute. I like the idea of doing little gingerbread houses or a little gingerbread Santa, who may also be getting hit in the face with a snowball. Do you have any like traditional Christmas food in Brazil?
I think it's similar to Europe.
Yeah,
Um, Turkey, uh, a big chicken in the oven,
yeah.
sometimes pig meat,
Mm-hmm.
uh, rice with raisins. That is polemic for some people
Oh,
that doesn't like raisins.
yeah. We don't really have we don't have like rice and raisins, I don't think. But that does sound good. I like raisins. That sounds nice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. In the UK, we have like Christmas pudding as well, which is it's like a
Hmm.
um it's like a bunch of like nuts and raisins and you can put like apple in it and like
Hmm.
orange peel and stuff like that. You basically put it together, squish it into the shape of like this little like dome, and then
Hmm.
you you pour some brandy on it, set it on fire, and then you eat it, and it's really good. It's delicious.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, we tend to have that in the UK pretty traditionally, and then yeah, we have like our Christmas dinner, which is yeah, turkey, potatoes, vegetables, like yeah, broccoli, carrots, Brussels
Hmm.
sprouts, um, cranberry sauce. If you don't have cranberry sauce, oh my god, that stuff is delicious. It's so good. And beans, them cursed beans. Oh yeah, I don't like beans. That's I think I would I don't think I'd do
You
very
don't like
well.
beans?
No, no, it's like a texture. It's a textural thing, I think, for me.
Oh, beans is so good.
Yeah, I don't think I would do very well in like Central and South America. I hear there's like you use beans.
Yeah,
You use beans a lot.
we ate a lot of beans.
Yeah.
Hmm. I remember last year when I was living in Stockholm, um, we spent almost the whole year like without eating beans, and I really enjoy beans.
Yeah.
And then we found the same type of bean I cook at home here
Uh-huh.
in the grocery store. We discovered the name, and then we learned how to cook at home. And dude, the first try was how much I needed that. Yeah.
Yeah. I just got called a fake Brit because I don't like beans. But we yeah, which is true. But I also agree with Severine that they are like really chalky. Like it's I don't know how to describe it. They're like dry and wet at the same time. I don't like it. It's weird. And like in the UK, in the UK, the biggest type of beans that you're going to be eating are like baked beans, and they're in like a tomato sauce. Um, and
Hmm.
they're to me they're like one of the worst foods. Like I really can't stand them. Other types of beans I can handle. Like I'll eat them, but I'm not like a huge fan of them. But Heinz beans are just
Hmm.
gross. Um,
Heinz beans is the ones that came in the package, like
yeah, they came in like like tomato sauce. They come in a
ready
can.
made.
Yeah, yeah, they come in a
Okay.
can. Yeah, you can
Hmm.
eat them. You can eat them cold, and people do.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, yeah, Heinz do loads of stuff. They do like tomato ketchup and stuff as well. Like they do a lot of different things. But beans is like their slogan in the UK is literally like beans means Heinz is their slogan. So um, Severin says everything The thing is, everything about Heinz beans except for the beans themselves are great. The tomato sauce is delicious. I would eat just the sauce, but the beans aren't worth it. I don't even think any of them. I don't think any of the process is worth it. I don't think that the tomato sauce is even that good. But you know, this is from the same guy who doesn't like mushrooms and then gets ridiculed for it. So maybe it's just me. Falconin says, "Hey, have you watched the new Secret Level?" I haven't watched Secret Level yet. I don't have Amazon Prime, so I haven't watched it yet. Have you seen it, Gabriel?
Not yet. I put on my watch list, but I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, it's something I keep meaning to watch. Like, I only want to see it for the Warhammer episode. Like, that's the only reason why I want to watch it. The rest of them, I don't really care about. I just
Yeah,
want to
they
see
choose some random games, right?
Yeah, I know there's like Pac-Man is one, Mega Man is one, Concord was one.
Yeah,
Um,
but even Warhammer. I'm not. I don't know nothing about Warhammer. Like,
yeah, but you don't. I don't think I get the feeling that that for the Warhammer episode, you don't need to know a lot about Warhammer because it's probably just going to be, look, Space Marines absolutely destroying a bunch of like
mhm.
aliens, and it's going to be awesome just to watch it happen.
Yeah.
But because if that, I mean, if I was doing a Warhammer short film, that's exactly what I would do. So,
Hmm.
um, what about beans sandwiches? I thought it was a normal thing. Beans sandwiches, that is cursed. What what you've just said is really cursed. Like the tomato sauce of the baked beans seeping into the bread and just like soaking it up. Yeah, there's beans on toast. That's pretty common. But that's yeah, that is also too much. That's isn't it a British meal? No. No. Beans on toast. I'll give you that. Beans on toast is. It's cursed because the bean to bread ratio is all off. People will do like one slice of toast and then um they'll do one slice of toast and then they will do like a whole can of beans on top. And it's just too much. Uh Google it. Google what beans sandwiches. Bean bean sandwiches. What the hell? I'm okay, I'm gonna be honest. If I saw anybody eating one of these, I I I don't even know what I would do. I would slap it out of their hands. That's so messed up. Like that's upsetting. Two slices of bread and beans kept safe in between. No, no, you can't do that. The soggy description. It is that's what would happen if if you took baked beans, you put them between bread, the bread would soak up all of the sauce or all of the like it would be gross. It would be so bad. Uh Toast breads to make it crispy adds adds wet chalk, yeah, adds the beans to uncrisp it. Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. It's stressing my Southeast Asian out there. That's out too much. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it freaks me out too. It's weird. When I was a kid, my whole family would have like beans on toast, and I would be like, no, I'm not partaking in whatever monstrosity this is. Like, I'll have cheese on toast. Cheese on toast is good, but I had a British roommate who would have beans in pasta. What? Dude, what? I want to know. I want to know what like I want. I want to know what British people you're meeting, because like these people are messed up. These people are weird.
Oh, in Brazil it's common, everything with beans in Brazil, right? But no, we didn't eat sweet beans. That's not a thing, like what you do in Britain. Um, but we ate a lot of types of beans,
Mm,
usually with rice, never with bread.
yeah, well, yeah,
Like
that's
I can
true.
do it. It's not a crime, but
Yeah,
no
but
one does. No
yeah,
one does it.
yeah, it's not a crime, but you shouldn't do it. You know, it's like, it's like I can do it, but that doesn't mean that I should do it. But man, I don't know. Jail regardless. It should be a crime. Yeah. I'm glad that you're all. I'm glad that the general opinion is on my side. Because if I said this to like, if I said this to other British people, I feel like they'd get really upset about not wanting beans on toast. Oh, hey, Melissa. Melissa said this isn't a fight. This is defeat. Yeah, Santa is getting absolutely decimated right now. I was really hungry when we were talking about food that actually seemed good, and now I'm not hungry anymore. So that's good.
But you don't like any kind of bean?
Not really. No. Like as I say, I will eat them. Like if they are like if they're in a food, I'll eat them. But um
Mm-hmm.
but I won't voluntarily put them in my own food, you know. Because it's just like a it's like as I say, it's like a texture thing. Like I think Severin described it
All right.
well when he said it's kind of chalky. It's a bit it's they're quite powdery in a way. It's just really funny how British people colonized countries with spices but refused to use them in their food. Yeah, it's because we sold them, you know. You don't want to use the merchandise. Is that thing? What is it? Don't try your own supply. It works for spices as well as other stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. I read somewhere that like one of the reasons why the UK's food is still so bland is that we had like we had probably I think it was the longest amount of rationing, like the longest amount of rationing after World War II.
Mm.
It went up until like like the 50s. There was still rationing in place, so we didn't get like a culinary renaissance like a lot of other countries did after the Second World War, where they were like, yeah, you can have your food back now.
Oh,
I mean, don't get me
but a
wrong.
bunch of countries in North Europe
Mm,
is not that interesting food as well.
yeah, that's the thing. It's realistically,
Like,
it's not just the UK that has really boring food. It's just like you need to you
yeah,
take a look at some of the other countries and you'll see. Do I like jellied eels? I
like,
have never tried jellied eels, and the idea of that makes me feel sick. Um,
like Swedish food is really whatever.
yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that too. Um, but people think of Swedish food and they think of IKEA meatballs, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, you heard jellied eels are common over here. They used to be. I think jellied eels used to be really common, but now, like, I think the general the world, well, the UK caught up to how disgusting the idea of a jellied eel is, and uh,
What is that?
so it's literally an eel that has been chopped up, boiled,
Uh,
and then um,
mhm.
and then put into jelly, and
Oh, sounds delicious.
yeah, it's gross. It was mostly like a it was it was mostly like a London thing. It's like an East End of London kind of food. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't like even looking at it. If you haven't seen it before, like looking at it is not appetizing. I don't know what makes someone want to eat that.
Yeah, this doesn't sound tasty a lot,
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I feel like every country has some weird cursed dishes that they're probably not proud of. You should do a Christmas special and just mukbang British food for us. Yeah, I could do that. We have some pretty good. Well, nah, we have some pretty good British food. The problem is like similar to what I said earlier. The problem is that like, a lot of traditional British food is some variation of meat, gravy, and vegetables. So it's not super. It's not super interesting. Oh no, he's lost a tooth. Damn, how hard was that throw? Jeez. There's like a bowl. There's like a rocket. There's like a rock in that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, poor Santa's gonna have to go to the dentist. I hope he has dental insurance. Um, Another weird food thing about Christmas that I find funny is how KFC marketed itself as a Christmas food in Japan and it actually worked. Yeah, yeah, that's nuts. That is crazy. I can't. KFC in the UK is pretty bad. Um, like it used to be good, but it's pretty bad now. So I wouldn't want to ruin my Christmas with a KFC.
Yeah, I never tried KFC. We have here in Brazil as well.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it was great. Like up until I was in college, the quality was still pretty good. But I haven't had an enjoyable KFC in nearly 10 years. So I've just kind of stopped trying now. Uh, Black pudding is god tier. Yeah. I said earlier I wasn't going to eat black pudding ever in my life because it's just gross. Like the idea of it is enough to put me off. Um, Melissa said from experience, it must be a rock in the middle or an icicle at least. Yeah, there's totally a rock in there. This is hardcore snowball fights. Like they're not playing around.
No, not at all. Probably are the goblins.
Oh, for sure.
It's like a riot.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The Christmas elves. The one throwing the snowball must be a pitcher. Yeah, they were just playing a nice game of baseball until they started throwing rocks at each other. Oh, yeah, from experience, yeah, Melissa was probably the one throwing the rocks. This has come along really quickly. You've done a good job. You've done a good job on this.
Thank you. I'm trying to Leonize
Leone eyes.
my yeah my process,
Nice.
at least for the streets.
You should, yeah, ask him for some tips, and he'll just kind of shrug his shoulders and go, "I don't know, I just do it."
Yeah.
I am really jealous of this Santa's beard. It looks really soft.
Yeah, good to protect him from more
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he grew the facial hair because he thought it would be more padding for when he gets attacked in the elf riots
Yeah.
that happen every year. It's a little known fact that the Christmas elves are underpaid and overworked, so they uh,
Yeah,
they riot every year for higher
and they
pay.
always need to work in the holidays, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't get any days off. Making gifts for like 8 billion people is quite a lot. So they have to
Yeah.
work all year round, no holiday days.
Yeah, and probably they only receive the briefs of the gifts late the year, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. They're like, oh, we need a new wooden train. We need to build a new wooden train. Oh,
Yeah.
when's the due date? This afternoon. What? Are the elves unionized? No, Santa doesn't let the elves unionize,
No,
unfortunately.
because Santa works for Coca-Cola.
Santa, yeah, yeah. Santa is sponsored by Coca-Cola. That's why he has a red out. That's why he has a red costume. Next year he's gonna try and get a Red Bull sponsorship so that he can give energy drinks to the elves to keep them awake for longer. It's oh, that's unfortunate. No wonder they protest every year. Yeah, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Someone should open a charity for the elves, but even then, you got to make sure that they get the money. Which when Santa's in charge, I don't know. Someone's got to pay for his dental plan. And his barber appointments. Yeah, exactly. Do you think he trims his own beard? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so as well.
And don't forget, he needs the newest sleigh every year. He hates not being in the newest sleigh release.
Yeah, probably bought a Volvo one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's flying around in like a Ferrari sleigh.
Yeah.
He has to look on point for Christmas commercials. True, but that's what Coca-Cola pay him for the Christmas commercials. So they make sure that he's looking good. A Tesla sleigh. Yeah. That's why you don't hear him. That's why you don't hear Santa like showing up at your house because he's in a Tesla, so it's electric. Oh, nice. It's a bit of motion blur.
Yep. More blood.
No,
No, I'm not going to paint blood.
this is all in his beard. When I was a kid, I had to write letters to Santa. My parents would make me write letters to Santa, and
Mm-hmm.
then when they eventually told me that Santa wasn't real, I remember like being fine with it, but then I left the room
Uh,
and then I turned around, came back into the room, and went, so all of those letters were a waste of time. And I was like, and my mum was just like, uh, I, no, well, no. She thought I would be upset that Santa wasn't real, but I was just more upset that I'd wasted all of this time like writing letters to someone that didn't exist. Uh,
yeah, it's like doing homework when you're in vacation, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, uh, Raccoon Girl says, "How do you recommend the use of motion and Gaussian blur? Well, like, how do you like, how do you do it, or just like the best use cases for it? I guess the best uses for it.
Mm, I can, yeah, like motion blur usually is to show motion, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is always to use the motion blur in the direction of the action, you know?
Mm,
So I put close to his face, and then that was the idea here. Like when I'm using Gaussian blur, um, I usually I like to have like movie reference to see
mm,
how the camera works,
yeah.
to see how can I blur stuff that make it look more like a movie frame, you know?
Hmm.
Like I will blur his hand, you know? And that's how I use it.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, like, oh, uh, Ines Marino says, I have a question. How have you been finding the games industry lately? Interesting question. Any specific kind of 2D work that's more in demand that an artist could tailor their portfolio more to? I mean, that's a tough one because from what I've seen at least, it really depends on a lot of factors. I don't think you can really point to one thing. I mean, uh, if Richard is still in the chat,
Yeah.
if Richard is still in the chat, maybe that would be a good one for you to take a look at answering. But if he's not here, then I'll take a stab at it. But um, but yeah, do you have anything,
Yeah,
Gabriel?
it's difficult to say. Yeah, it is difficult to say nowadays because there's a lot of different styles in the marketing in the
Mm,
market right now.
yeah.
When I started, I was planning to do Hearthstone stuff, so Hearthstone was a big deal, and I think Hearthstone as well. There's a lot of opportunities. Since there's a lot of cards being made. It's different from splash arts, for example. There's a lot of splash arts, but
Mm,
not as much as cards from Hearthstone.
yeah.
So that was my idea when I started. Nowadays, I honestly don't know. Think you need to. I know that. something that is really trendy is the Spider-Verse
Mm,
art style that has like even Valorant has some kind of that vibe, that more squarish comic book vibes and stuff.
yeah.
Like now we have the Marvel Rivals being released
Mm,
this week. I would say that, but the stronger your fundamentals are, the better, you know. So you can
mm,
um, walk to transit more in different styles.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's something that comes up quite a lot in like the art critique sessions and portfolio reviews and stuff that we have is like really nailing down fundamentals before looking at certain styles or avenues of 2D art. It's like you need that
Mhm.
basis, you need that foundation there before you can really experiment a lot, from what I've heard at least.
Yeah, I think it's the same. I agree with you.
Hmm. Uh, Severin said, I never believed in Santa. For some reason, I didn't believe in princesses because my mum was the type to tell me that the last princess was Diana. Oh my God. People loved Princess Diana for some reason. Oh, wow. Uh, Thank you for your answers. Fundamentals will always make everything better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you can never be too good at fundamentals, right? So, uh, cool. I mean, we'll probably wrap up in a minute or two, Gabriel. It's coming
Yeah,
to that time.
almost finishing this.
Yeah, sure, man. No rush.
I love giving that cinematic feeling to the images.
Yeah, makes you feel like you're right there in the action.
Yep.
Um, let's see. I was also wondering on types of projects to add to my portfolio, whether to add icon/avatar projects or more character design projects, for example. I mean, probably. I mean, realistically, the
I
answer
think
would.
it depends.
Yeah, yeah. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I think the industry needs every kind of professional. Like,
Mm,
if your jam is doing characters, go do characters. If you prefer illustrations or environments, go ahead. I think
mm,
the most important thing is that you show your abilities and that you have a good understanding of the fundamentals.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. And I think because the industry changes so often, like you could probably spend so long trying to build up a portfolio of like character icons or whatever, right? That by the time you've got like a big professional portfolio, the industry could have totally changed, and maybe they're not in as high a demand anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it ends up coming down to really what you enjoy doing the most is the most cliche, and
Yeah,
it's the most cliche answer, but it's probably the best, like that I at least I personally can think of giving. But I don't work in recruitment, so don't take my word for gospel.
yeah. I think we have the poor Santa here.
Nice. I think
That was fast.
yeah, yeah, that was really good. Um, yeah, that was awesome.
First time in the year I finished something on the stream.
Nice job, man. Nice job. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. I heard advice that for it's the thing to add to your portfolio is what you want to work with. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, whatever you want to, wherever you enjoy, wherever you want to work with the most is probably eh, the best thing to put in your portfolio. You don't want to end up with a job where you're doing character design and you're like, nah, I don't like character design. I'm just doing it because it's a job. It's like, well, you're gonna get burnt out and you're gonna feel miserable. Um,
Yeah, and despite some job openings demands that you do everything,
mm,
the biggest companies usually are the companies that hire people for that hire specialists.
yeah.
So Blizzard, Riot, Epic, they tend to hire people who are specialists.
Mm-hmm.
Just smaller companies, they're not that big, that try to hire people that do everything.
Yeah, generalists. Yeah.
And on those cases, it's difficult for someone in the beginning of this career that will be good on everything. So probably you do pretty bad a bunch of everything, nothing super nice, and that will be it. So I think it's the idea, at least from on my understanding, you need to focus first,
Yeah.
and then you spread, like then you try different thing if you want it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Um, got a lot of love in the chat for this piece as well. Severin says very nice. Thank you so much, Gabriel. Ines Marino says awesome job. Lemon Emlyn
Thank
says
you.
thank you. So cool. It looks amazing. I love how fluffy it turned out. Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
yeah, you did a really nice job. And congratulations for finishing on the stream as well, which is always tough to do. So, big respect. Um, so yeah, I think we will call it there then. If you guys are about tomorrow, we have a stream tomorrow. We're going to be doing a community draw together session. So it'll probably just be me hanging out like last time, and we'll set up a magma board, which if you don't know is like a collaborative canvas. So we'll do some sketches, some Christmas themed stuff, or whatever it is you want, and take it from there. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you, Gabriel, for coming along. What time will it be? It will be at. Let me just double
It's
check.
always a
Actually,
pleasure.
yeah, it's great to have you on. I think it's at 4 p.m. So it'll be this time. Yeah, this time tomorrow. So right now, in 24 hours. So yeah, come along to that. It'll be great. If you're part of our Discord, then I'll put a notification out when we get started, and you can check it out. But yeah, thanks so much everybody for watching. Thanks again, Gabriel, for coming along. This looks great. I hope you have a great Christmas, Gabriel, and I'll see the rest of you.
You too, Jake.
Yeah, I'll see the rest of you hopefully tomorrow.
You all.
So goodbye, everybody.